Welcome to the making of a DM. I'm about to share the best investment I've ever made to date. With that said, let's get started.
I'm more Kevin's DM. I'm more Kevin's DM. I'm here to help and teach him what I know and how I did it. To discover freedom. There ain't no question more Kevin's when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker. But I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker.
Hey there, it's your host, Mark Evans, DM. Thank you very much for coming here, and happy 2020. It's been a minute since I've been over here. We have a lot of crazy stuff going on in a good way. It's life and business. That's what happens. My goal with this show, the making of a DM, is to come to you when I have something to share with you, not something that just to talk. Because I know time is so precious. As I'm talking to you today, we have a lot of things that are happened in life and business and just things in general. But it's 2020, almost the end of January. I'm getting ready to go to the Super Bowl. Why I mention that is because we actually gave away 2 Super Bowl tickets to an amazing kid. His name is Nicholas and his mother, Jerry. I'll share their story later once I get confirmation from them that I can share the full story. But let's just say this little 13-year-old kid has some special stuff going on in his life. And to say it was amazing to be able to do this, I don't want to talk about that now today because it's something big, and I'll share a little bit later in this. But today's show is going to touch on a lot of this. And I, again, thank you guys so much for being here. And why I'm here is exactly why this show is important to me. You see, as I'm sitting here talking to you, I'm sitting here asking myself, what's the biggest and best investment that I've ever done? You know, we always talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. And I kept thinking about it. And the thing is I kept thinking about the deals I've done, the businesses I've bought and sold, and this and that. And all of that stuff is great. But what's a direct ROI, the biggest ROI that I've ever gotten? Like return on investment, by the way. If you don't know what ROI is, return on investment. And I kept thinking about it. Actually, I spent a lot of time with it. I was talking with some buddies. And the truth is, and I want you to think about this. This is very important. And again, don't slide by the show thinking this is no big deal. Because one of our biggest shows here is what we do matters. Who we talk to, what we talk about, when we do it, when we say we're going to do it, what we do, etc. But what it really comes down to is relationship capital. See, guys, I've been at this game for almost 24 years. I've been since 1996, 18 years old. I was going to networking events, business meetings, mastermind groups, investing in myself, and doing all these things. And one thing holds true. I'm still friends with people that I met 15, 16, 18, 20 plus years ago that I'm doing business with today still. People that are making investments in my businesses. I'm making investments in their businesses. I'm utilizing my unique abilities and strategies and conversations to help them grow what they're doing, and vice versa. And I want you today to be thinking about relationship capital like you've never thought about it before. Because when you understand the power of relationship capital, you think differently with relationships. You stop thinking about how do you make a quick buck and start figuring out how to create value and build a relationship. It's a big difference. And as I'm talking to you, your relationship matters to me. That's why I'm here doing this show. You see, I may never meet you in person. I probably don't even know you yet. I want to meet you in person, and I want to get to know you because I know through relationships, you have access to things I don't have access to, and I have access to things you might not have access to. That's what makes the world go round. I truly believe, especially with the internet that exists today, is that we're only 1 degree of separation from anything we want. 1 degree. You may know someone that I need to know that knows XYZ that needs to get to me where I'm trying to go, and or it's me doing the same thing for you. And the more I do these shows, the more value I provide. I'm literally investing in my relationship with you, and I don't even know you yet, so to speak. But I kind of know you Because if you're still here listening to this show, you realize that this is a value add, relationship driven conversation. See, once I started understanding this, and again, I don't know how I learned it. I just at a young age, I've always understood the value of investing in myself. If I don't invest in me, why would I expect anybody else to give me a shot? If I don't invest in me, why would I expect anybody to give me an opportunity to generate more money than I ever thought was possible? See, people are okay going out and investing, and I'm throwing that in parentheses, into college. If I spend 200 grand, I can get a job and I can make 50 grand a year. Guys, this is an investment. That's how people see ROI. 200 grand, make 50 grand, XYZ, right? If I buy this house for $100,000 and I get $1,000 a month, I make 12% on my money. If I buy this business, I can get a 30% ROI on my capital. All that stuff is great. But everything I just said that we would have to do requires relationships or connections or conversations with humans. Property has to have a property manager. A property manager's tenants. Those are people. If you don't have a good relationship with your property manager, you're probably going to get screwed. Therefore, your relationship will make you money or cost you money. Same thing with business owners. If I buy a business today, I'm not buying it to run it. I don't run my businesses anymore. I'm thinking more of an owner, not necessarily a CEO even. I don't even want to be a CEO. I want to be a principal. But we got to hire and find the right guys and gals to run these divisions. That's relationships. It's getting to know who they are, what they stand for, what they like, what they love, what they hate, what makes them tick. See, I see so much stuff online. Everything's so passive and transactional. What's in it for me, man? What's the tactic to get me a ROI? See, the problem is if you're looking for a direct ROI, you go to a meeting, you spend $1,000 for the meeting, you leave 24 hours later, and you make $15,000. That's a very simple 15x your money. But, what if you met one individual or more individuals than one that would allow you to create relationships that ultimately you guys are all providing value to each other. And before you know it, you guys are buying businesses together. You're partnering on transactions. You're doing something bigger than just a tactical direct ROI. Now listen, it's okay to go for an ROI, but I think and I believe 100% that most people are simply focused on the tactics and forgetting about the humanization in life. Some of my best friends today are from mastermind events that I've spent millions actually at this point, many millions of dollars going to masterminds, traveling, leaving my wife, leaving my kids, going to these events, grinding it out, not wanting to go, taking the red eyes. I don't want to do that shit, but I got to. Because my vision's bigger than the process. The process is just a piece of a moment in time. But today I can wake up anywhere in the world and connect to almost any single person I need to connect with to make something happen. Because I've invested in human capital. Relationships. I've given. The truth is, if you want to hear some real truth, I suck at asking for help. I don't even tap into my relationship capital like I could. Note to self. I just want to be valuable. I want to be there to support them. If I see them come out with a new book, I buy it. I don't ask for a discount. If I see them do an event, I go to it. I invest in it. I don't ask them for a discount. They're your boys. They're your people. Why would your boys and people want a discount? Support them. They're watching. Why wouldn't you want to pay retail value for them to help? First of all, you're validating their vision by you investing your money. It's easy to talk shit. Yeah, man, I got your back. Yo, man, yeah, I'll help you out. And then when they come out with you ask for a discount? Trust me, they do it all the time. I pay attention to those people. See, this is why I join masterminds. This is why I host events. It's to meet the people. I'm not there to learn tactics. I can go online and learn a tactic. I'm looking for the connection. The truth is, this is becoming more valuable today than it ever has because things are so transactional. Things are so tactical driven. People are so busy and overwhelmed, but yet why are so few people accomplishing big things? See, you're going to learn the tactics no matter what. So you need to not stress about that. Put yourself around the right people and invest in relationships. Create your own reality with connections. I do it with my thing called the Deal-a-thon once a year. I connect with people. I connect with people that are doing charity stuff through the artist because we auction off a bunch of art. We connect, and by the way, I buy the art. I don't even ask for a discount on that. I buy the art myself to make the investment to support the artist. Support people. Let them know you're paying attention and you appreciate their hard work. These events, these meetings, these are opportunities to connect to people. And if you share your struggle, hey, I'm really struggling with this blah, blah, blah merchant processor. Oh, dude, my best friend runs XYZ. They process $500 million a year. I got you. Boom. Put an ROI on that. Hey, man, I'm having troubles down at the local community level on my property. I need to get these. Oh, man, my cousin actually runs XYZ. Boom, done. Put an ROI on that. See, the problem is if you're only looking for an ROI, you're missing out on the biggest opportunity in front of you. Relationship capital. And this goes to anybody. This is why it's so important to protect your environment. Right? Because we've all heard the saying, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. We've heard it, right? You probably finished the statement before I barely started it. Why? Because that's how we've been programmed and we know it's true. Why do you think the rich get richer? And I'm using this, listen, not every rich person's getting richer. Well, mostly. But the reason is because where they're going to hang out, who they're talking to, and what they're talking about. I'm not hanging out with guys talking about what they did in high school on their touchdown 30 years ago. It doesn't serve me or them. It means nothing to all. All it is another drink in their hand to talk about something. They're like people talking about the past are people stuck in the past. If you're like me and people I'm hanging out with, we're so focused on the now and the future, we forget the past even existed. You see, you don't go hang out at like the cheap restaurant, sit at the bar because they're talking about sports. They're talking about their boss they hate. I'm hanging out at nice high-end environments where opportunities exist. Now, I got something extra special to share with you. People always ask me, and this is the thought process, so be paying attention, please. A lot of times they're asking, Mark, the investment in the mastermind group's $35,000. Is it? You have to understand the power of investing in yourself. My question would be to you, are you worth $35,000? Their mastermind is just the piece that's the avenue you're taking. But until you understand your investment value, you're never going to understand the value of human, or I should say relationship capital. You have a lot of opportunity. You have a lot. You've probably forgotten whatever your unique ability is. You've probably forgotten more than most people will ever know. And it's so close to you, you don't even know how valuable it is. It's priceless. You could solve someone's problem in a second in your unique ability position. Maybe not even you doing the work, but maybe you making a phone call to someone that you know that could get the work done. See, you're focused on tactics. Successful people focus on solutions. When you focus on solutions, we all know that tactics have to exist to get the solution anyways. But we don't care about the tactics. If I go get my car fixed, I could give two shits how they fix the car. I just want the car to run at the best peak performance it can run. So I'm not going to invest into learn the tactical strategies to get my car running at 100%. For this example, right? It makes zero sense. Some people are out there trying to learn every tactical thing, become a tactical expert at everything, but ultimately do nothing. Relationship capital, you understand your high level value to the relationship and you maximize it by being a connector, by being an implementer, by being a person that gets shit done. These are unique values, by the way. In my group that I run, it's called the DM family. So recently we gave away 2 tickets to the Super Bowl to this young kid, Nicholas, and his mother, Jerry. It was the most amazing thing that I've done in a long time. It's very powerful. It was emotional. It was 3 days of massive emotions because I'm looking at hundreds of stories of why they're the ones that are going to win the Super Bowl tickets. This is a $12,000 value piece. Super Bowl, Miami, Florida. I shared it with the DM family. 33 people. 33. Not 3,300, not 33,000. 33 amazing people that I have a relationship with. And they all pay $35,000 to be in there. I share with them, here's what we're up to. Guys, I'm giving away 2 Super Bowl tickets. Here's some stories. Here's what's going on. One guy raises his hand, Mark, I'm in. I want to help. It was so overwhelming, I couldn't even hold it in. I was bawling my eyes out. I wasn't asking for help. I was just sharing a story about how we can help change someone's life. And tens of thousands of dollars of commitments got committed. One of my buddies said, hey, let's send them to Orlando for 3 days, full expense paid trip, first class everything. One of my buddies said, dude, get them a first class flight round trip on my dime. That's $3,000. Another person's like, dude, put them up in a 5-star hotel on my dime. Multiple thousands of dollars. Let's get them a chauffeur car service, $2,000. Let's take it over the top. When you roll with the right people, things that you don't even think about exist bigger than you even thought about. Just by simply sharing. See, any other time back in the day, if I even thought about sharing that with the wrong people, they'd be like, oh, dude, you're effing stupid, man. Sell that shit. That's $12,000 cash in your pocket. Oh, man, give them to me, man. I'll take them, right? That's how they think. But my thought process was like, how do we make an impact on someone else's life? Someone that's possibly could never even think about going to this. That's a massive football fan because I'm not really a football fan of any sort. I go once a year, I take my dad and uncles. I am going this year with my wife and buddies. But we're going as an experience. What's interesting, when I'm going with 2 guys I do a lot of business with. Them and their spouses. So not only is it an experience, but we're going to be talking about what we talk about every day. How to grow, how to push. What can we do more of? How can we help more people? I'm forging relationships with an experience, i.e. the Super Bowl. But I want you to think about that. Again, I'm not here to brag about how much we raised or didn't raise. I'm just sharing I didn't have to ask to raise money. People took it on their own and said, yo, how do we help it make it bigger? How do we help it make it better? Because the relationships I've forged, my ROI is infinite. Theirs is infinite. because I would do the same shit. And I have done the same shit. See, when you're on the path of progress with the right people, your relationships become so tight, so valuable. Not all relationships work out. That's called life. But that's why at like the country club I have, right? I'm at a country club. Why do people belong to a country club? It's not to play golf. It's not to play tennis mostly. The truth is, it's to connect with people that invest in themselves and value going to an environment where, guess what? There's a lot of connected people. In my country club where I'm at right now as I speak to you, we have professional NFL athletes, professional MLB athletes, professional hockey players, very successful business owners that have exited for 9 figures, 10 figures. That's billions of dollars. These guys belong in the club. Guess what? When you're hanging out, having lunch, having dinner, playing with the kids at the golf course, or hanging out at the events they do all the time here, you constantly run into people. Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going? Hey, boom. Before you know it, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, whatever long it takes, you start forging relationships. And guess what? I get to have a little fun doing it. See, investing in yourself is a very weird thing that most people will never understand. I host events that cost $3,000 to $10,000. To get someone to invest, well, what am I going to learn? How much am I going to make if I come? Dude, fuck you. Nothing. That's how much. That's what I think. If that's what you're worried about, no fucking wonder you're not making it. Because it's all about you. Now, don't get me wrong. You got to have context to that. But what would show people the path, what they're going to learn, what they're going to extract tactical-wise. You're going to teach tactics. But the real connection, the real opportunity and the ROI comes in the relationships in the room. My team, has vetted the people and put quality people in the room. And if you come in with a relationship mindset, it's like shooting fish in a barrel, connecting, gaining access to money, gaining access to opportunity, gaining access to solutions of any problem you have in your businesses, typically almost any problem. But most people don't value themselves like that. That's why they buy the $14 books thinking they're going to learn everything. And don't get me wrong, you can learn for free on YouTube. But why, if you have the means, why aren't you going and meeting great people? That's why I still love going to meetings and masterminds, because I'm in the room paying attention to who's still there. And the higher up the masterminds go, price-wise I'm talking about, I'm in a 100K group. We meet 3 times a year. Every single person in that room I've known for over 10 years. Go figure. Go figure. They're leaders in their industry. They change the game all around. Why? Because they invest in themselves. They connect with people in mastermind groups. It doesn't cost you 35 grand to be a part of my master group. The connections are worth millions. Are you focused on what it costs or what it generates? Connect with people. You'll never be broke. Ever. And I'm not saying connect, hey, man, what's up, man? What are you up to, man? How's the weather? I'm talking connect. Deep relationships. Real shit. What do they need help with? What's their big struggle? Vulnerability is opportunity for us all to grow. It's not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. When you hang out with the right people, vulnerability is the most powerful thing you could do, because people around you aren't judging you. They want to fucking help you. The reason most people can't get vulnerable, because they typically hang out with people that want to judge them, that want to talk shit about them, and want to, well, dude, you have money, you're complaining now. No, dude, I want to grow. I haven't even started. I haven't even scratched the surface of where I'm going. We're going to crush it. But I'm facing this challenge and I don't know how to figure it out. I'm too close to it. You say that in the right room with the right people, opportunities unlock infinite. Infinite. People bring you deals. People bring you opportunity. They bring you money. And the ROI is so much bigger than a tactical approach. I hope you get what I'm laying down here. Because if you do, this will change your life forever. So when I gave these Super Bowl tickets, the real reason I wanted to show to my son how fortunate we are. He's 4 years old. We're sitting at the dinner table. And I'm like, dude, we have it made. We have it made. Let's make someone's life. Let's give. See, I don't want to talk about it. I want to do it. A lot of people tell their kids, don't do this, don't do that. And everything they do as I say, not as I do, right? Ha, ha, ha. Well, that's not fucking funny to me. Especially on this note. We have a duty, an obligation to teach these kids how to be amazing human beings in the world. And the higher I get up the ladder, the more I realize I don't know shit. So as I talk to mentors to help me become a better father, a better leader, it's not just talk it, it's think it and grow it and push it. Get to the next level. Share through implementation. Share through leadership. See, my son's watching. He listens, but children watch. Don't believe me? Go to your spouse, smack them on the butt, and if your kid's young enough, they're going to come right behind you and do the same thing. It's what they do. So when they see daddy, me, getting online, sharing this story, amazing things happen. So back to the relationship and these tickets to the Super Bowl. So I talked to the fam, my wife and kids, and I said, I'm going to put this out there, see what happens. I did a Facebook Live. I said, hey, here's what I'm going to do. I didn't know what I was going to say. I didn't know how I was going to say it. I didn't know how I was going to pick. I just shared the conversation I was having. The guy on the live Facebook, his name's Serge, in Florida, in my complex, in my community, at our country club, I tagged another guy named Nick. Nick is out in Kansas City. Said, Nick, watch this, or something to that effect. Nick watches it. Nick follows the steps that I shared with on the Facebook post. And before you know it, I'm talking to Nick. I've never met Nick in my life, never talked to him, but the power of the relationship connected us two. Now I'm talking to Nick. Nick introduced me to Jerry and Nicholas. And before you know it, like 6 days later, they're going to the Super Bowl. Relationships literally have changed my life. But before they can, you got to have a relationship with yourself. See, most people are trying to get it right before they get it going. If I would have done that, I'd still be holding on to these tickets. I would have never met Nick. I would have never met Jerry. I'd have never met Nicholas. I would have never been able to do what I was thinking about in my head because I was too worried about getting it right. But I put it out there. My relationships propped me up and gave me, they empowered me. My boy Mike always says, you don't have to get it right, just get it going. And when you do that around the right relationships, they put their arms around it and they help you. They introduce you. They guide you. They support you. And I believe the reason most people don't do this is because they're not getting guided. They're not getting support. The truth is they don't even believe in their own shit they're telling themselves. And I'm talking to you. Because if you did, you'd be all in on relationship capital. You'd go to every fucking mastermind group locally and surrounding that serves you. You'd go to every meetup and start forging relationships today. I'm still doing it. I'll never stop doing it. I'm forging relationships with the valet kid. I'm forging relationships with the servers at the restaurants. I'm forging relationships with people at our country club. I'm forging relationships with people that's taken 10 years and I've still not done anything with them. But God damn it, I know sooner than later something's going to come. And if it doesn't, they're great people to hang out with. When you flip the script on relationship capital and understand the power of it, you stop getting caught up in the trenches. You stop fucking tripping over all the small shit that we all got to deal with. Or do we? Because when you have relationships, you hire people to deal with it for you. I have relationships with my team members. I care about them greatly. I think about them all the time. And I want to help them get better. I want to help them be bigger. I want to help them have better financial structure in their life. You should be thinking about the same stuff. What are you focused on? Tactical ROI or building relationships that forge forever. Relationships that could change, I'm telling you, will change your life. And listen, all of you can fucking talk shit and act like you are doing this or aren't. When the rubber meets the road, the majority of you will not do this because you don't believe in your value. You don't believe in you being a good relationship person. That's the truth. You can say what you want, but when there's an event and it costs $3,000, you don't pony up $3,000 because I don't see the return on investment for me. Dude, there's 150 qualified people in a fucking room that paid $3,000. How couldn't you see value in that alone? It's you. It's not the person selling. It's you, my friend. Now, I'm not saying all of them are for you, but what I'm saying is if you're struggling or you're trying to develop into let's say if you're trying to become the biggest real estate investor in the world, you should probably hang out in business masterminds. Why didn't I say real estate masterminds? Because real estate masterminds are very tactical driven typically. Business masterminds have multiple genres. They could be in the supplement space, could be in the real estate space, could be in the media space, could be in the political, that could be in all kinds of spaces. I want to learn about business. I want to connect with business owners and create relationships and understand how to forge business owner relationships. I truly believe business owners can solve almost any problem. Guys, we're connected. We have to ask. People want to help us. They want to help you. I want to help people every day. It's one of my greatest joys. If someone calls me that I care about, that I have a relationship with, why wouldn't I want to help them? Think about it. And it doesn't include me like, hey, Mark, I need to borrow your truck to move. Fuck you. I'll order someone and pay for it for you. Good luck. I'm talking about real relationships for business owners. Hey, man, I'm stuck in my CRM. I don't know how to fix it. I'm technically technology declined. I'm having struggles here. My team's blowing up. It's affecting bottom line. Do you know anybody can help me? Dude, absolutely. Boom, 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 boom. 3 minutes later, I'm on the phone with solutions. But yet we like to stay in the brain of being struggle. The struggle is not real. I always say the struggle is not real. First of all, we got to identify the struggle. Secondly, we got to address the struggle to the right people. And before you know it, it's not a struggle. It's an opportunity to solve a problem, to move forward and grow. By the way, relationships are contagious. Positive ones and negative ones. Pick wisely. And if you're constantly in negative relationships, look at the common thread. If you're not happy with the results of your partnerships and relationships, well, it's probably you. I know it's a tough pill to swallow, but get over it because it's not going to get any better. It's actually getting worse. Because in your brain, you're like, dude, what is wrong with me? Why does this keep happening to me? You got to reposition your thought process. You got to get in front of this. Stop thinking about ROI on making money just through a tactical approach. Start thinking about how to be valuable to the relationship. Start asking yourself, how can I help this person? Start asking different questions. When you do this, guys and gals, I'm telling you, your life changes. Life changes. But you got to invest in yourself. Start asking yourself, how can you set aside $100,000 a year to invest in yourself? And I'm talking health. By the way, I'm talking about going to the chiropractor, going to the gym, getting a personal trainer, hiring a private coach to help you become a better dad or a better wife or whatever it is. Hire people to make you better. Invest in yourself. Get your blood work done every quarter, every 6 months. Know where you stand. Get a baseline for you, not for general population. Take out all the thoughts and guessing. Stop guessing and start doing. See, it's okay. Why you're fucking spending $12,000 a year, or I don't even know what a cell phone bill costs, but say $1,500 a year on cell phones. You're probably not even spending that on your cell phone monthly book subscriptions to read, to learn. I've read over 6,000 goddamn books in business and real estate and understanding mindsets and all that. And I still continue to do so. And I'll never stop because we have to invest in ourselves. If we're not willing to invest in ourselves, then why are we expecting other people to? Well, my spouse doesn't believe me. Yeah, you probably don't believe yourself either. You failed 18 times. What the fuck do you expect? Build relationships with great people. Great things happen. Start looking at this different. Start thinking about this through a strategic approach of being a great fucking human being. Delivering value. Stop having an ego, acting like you know everything. You don't know dick. You know very little on the grand scheme of things. And I don't care at what level you're at. The truth is, the guys and myself, the higher I get up, the more I realize I don't know anything. And I have an urge to learn more and connect with good people. I want to grow. It's like I'm being tapped on the shoulder like, come on, Mark, it's your time now. Let's go. It's not always easy. It's not always fun. But damn, it's very rewarding. What we did a couple days ago for this young man, I can't even put a price tag on it. I can't even put a price, not only just what we did for him, but what came through my friends by showing up in a big way. It allowed me, they're like, dude, I'm in for whatever. 33 guys. Who are you rolling with? They're either supporting you or discouraging you. And you know the guys and gals I'm talking about when you say, yeah, man, I'm getting ready to go to this seminar. It's $3,000. Oh, fuck, man. If it's so easy, why are they charging? Man, why? If they got so much money, why? Dude, seriously? That says more about them than you. Understand your value to the world. Understand your value to yourself. You owe it to yourself to invest in yourself. If you don't have that funds yet, start reading the books. Start investing time on YouTube. Start getting focused and getting excited about something passionate. Like, get serious. We only got one shot at this thing called life. And we got to make the most of it. And it's no fun doing it by yourself. Find great relationships. Start connecting. Start nurturing. Start providing value. Dude, I still send my buddies gifts that I'm thinking about. One of my buddies, I was sending Snapple, peach Snapple all the time. I was sending orange Tic Tacs to these guys. Like, send cool gifts. Let them know you're thinking about them. Send them a pizza. Have fun with them. If they're on a diet, send them some pizza and say, hey, man, I know I'm trying to deter you, but let's see what you got. Have fun with your relationships. Be silly. Be quirky. It doesn't all have to be business, but it is all about business of life. This is life. That's the business we're all in. And when you can connect and let them know you care because you're listening, you're not just doing passive listening, you're actually doing active listening. Dude, I was on a boat with some friends and they're like, dude, I like that hat. I was like, thank you. I swear on my life, in a nanosecond, I had my phone out, texting my assistant, send them 2 hats or 4 hats or whatever. Send them, boom, boom, boom. Here's their address, let's go. Soon as they got home, the hats were there and they couldn't believe it. Why does that happen? That does not happen by accident. It happens because I'm paying attention and I care about people. It's a relationship to me. And when you do that, you don't say, oh, fuck, man, that's $47 I could save for, I'll charge them only $35. I'll hook them up. To connect, give. You cannot ever outgive the world. I promise you that. Connect with people, nurture people. More importantly, do that with yourself. And when you do that, you'll be set free to a whole nother world. You'll realize there's a lot of amazing people out there that want to do good stuff with you. Grow, drive, push, nod, laugh, kick in the nuts once in a while here and there, punch in the teeth, whatever. Have fun with it. There's only one way out, folks. And no one's coming out alive. We got to make the most of it while we're here on planet Earth. And I'm excited for you to be here. More importantly, I just want to take another quick second and say thank you guys so much for all the love of sharing on social media. As you guys know, you can always follow me at Mark Evans DM. I'm doing live stuff every day in the stories and Instagram. But Facebook, Instagram, at Mark Evans DM. I'm passionate about this shit if you can't tell. I love life. Some days suck. Some days are amazing. But man, it's better than the alternative. I just want to grow. I want to push. I want to prod. I want to connect with people like you that's listening still that realize, hey, I don't know it all. I want to get around great people, pushing forward and forging new relationships. And that's why I'm truly here. So every time you guys go on iTunes or any other platform that you're on and give me a 5-star review and give me props, not only does it make me feel good for a second, but it also shows me that you're listening. It shows me that you're paying attention. It shows me that this message is being connected to. And I could be having a bad day when I see that thing come across, and I promise you that's happened where it encourages me and gets me excited to want to show up and do more work. Go up and do that extra rep. Get up and go do that other call to make this powerful podcast show for you guys for free. 100% free, advertisement free, only value because you guys matter to me. I do know there's a percentage listening to this show that I will connect. We will do business together. We will solve big problems together, and we'll ultimately have one of the biggest ROIs that we've never even thought was possible because we came together. So if you would please take a moment and go to iTunes or whatever platform you're watching and listening to this on and share your 5-star review and share what this message meant to you. And more importantly, make sure you listen to all the shows because I promise you, I will bring truth, I will bring the heat, and I'll bring value to your day, to your life. And I might say a little crazy stuff once in a while, and that's okay. But I can tell you right now, my agenda is one thing only and one thing only, and that's it, to help you. No more, no less. So with that said, I hope you have an amazing day. Stay focused, and I'll talk to you soon. Take it easy.
I'm more Kevin's DM. I'm here to help and teach him what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question more Kevin's when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. From a small town in Ohio, so I know how it is. Did not come from a lot of money. I remember as a kid, wanted to make 100 racks. Didn't see no one making more than that. Graduated high school with a 1.8. They should've held me back. I hope my principals and teachers are alive just to witness this. I'm my own boss. I'm out here running 2-8-figure businesses. I can walk away from it all and I'll be good, but I've been called to help people just like y'all learn the game. It's time to ball. Everybody chasing the money, but I'm not chasing the money. I'm out here chasing the purpose. Yo, I've been working my whole life. What got us where we at isn't gonna get us where we wanna go. So it's time to push, time to learn, time to grow. I'm more Kevin's DM. I'm here to help and teach him what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question more Kevin's when he step in the door. He's closing deals. It's time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. I'm more Kevin's DM. Deal maker, deal maker, deal maker, deal maker, deal maker, DM project.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.